Okay, the suspension of 11 Rajya Sabha MPs who were referred to the Privilege Committee is going to be revoked in a little bit. The MPs have sent in a written apology. Remember, this is in context to the Parliament first witnessing chaotic scenes over a security breach that took place on December 13th. Right after that, you had the opposition MPs in both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha demand a statement from the government, specifically the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, on the security breach incident. Now, you'll remember what had taken place right after. Now we're learning that the Privilege Committee meeting has taken place. We're just going to go over to our colleague Payal to understand more about these developments. Payal, over to you.
Yes, in the last session of Parliament, several MPs were suspended, including some cases were sent to the Privilege Committee. And of course, the Lok Sabha Privilege Committee today meets at 3 o'clock to revoke the suspension of 3 Congress MPs. But early this morning, the Rajya Sabha Privilege Committee, which is chaired by Harivansh, who is the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, they've in fact decided that they will be revoking the suspension of the 11 MPs, which includes MPs from the Congress and also MPs from the left, amongst the others as well. So whether it's Binoy Vishwam or whether it's John Brittas or even Kumar Kikkar for that matter, their suspension will be revoked because these leaders would have written an apology to the committee and essentially said that they were sorry for their behavior. But some of them have gone on to say that they had no other choice but to do this because the government was not listening to their voice. However, they've issued an unconditional apology, and falling into that bit, the way in which it's gone for the other MPs in the other privileged committees, the committee has decided that they will be revoking the suspension, which clearly means that these MPs can be present in the House tomorrow when the Parliament begins for the budget session of Parliament. Yeah.
Okay, and Payal, right now you were telling us, because I would like us to double click on that, you were telling us right now about the content of some of these letters. You were saying some MPs were saying that they didn't have any other option. Could you tell us more?
So, all of these MPs were suspended because we were trying to create a ruckus on the floor of the House. Some of them had gone to the well, so that despite repeated warnings coming in from the chair, they would not really relent. So after this, they were suspended. And because some of them were doing it regularly, that's the reason the chair felt that these people needed to be sent to the Privilege Committee, like what we've seen in the previous sessions as well. But, some of these MPs have gone out and said, and on one front, they're issuing unconditional apology. But, since the government was not listening to their voice, they did not have any other choice but to come up with placards and probably go into the well of the House. So that's the argument that they've given. However, looking at the unconditional apology which is being given by these MPs, the committee, which is led by Deputy Chairman Harivansh, who also graces the chair.
Payal, can I just come back to you in a second? We have Ella Hanumantaya, who's with us right now. He's a Congress MP. Sir, thank you for joining us here on CNN News 18. Sir, your suspension revoked. Sir, can you just tell us first about your initial reaction? Then we'll ask you more questions.
The Privilege Committee has cleared the suspension.
Correct.
To participate in the session which is going to be started from tomorrow.
Right.
But the issue is none of us, all the 11 members who are in this Privilege Committee scrutiny, we were not interested in disturbing the House or stop the House from the regular business. Our demand was only to ask for a representation or a statement from the Home Minister for the dereliction of the Parliament security. That was a very clear thing which we have expressed then also, today also. Realizing this, the Privilege Committee has taken a lenient view that we were not interested in disturbing the House.
Okay.
So that is the reason they have cleared.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us your reaction.